Hello and welcome back to Factorio Beginner Series with Aavak
Hello, everyone.
and myself, shenryyr. Today, well, we're going to show you we left off in a bit of a drought of copper, but we've solved that, haven't we?
Yes, yes. There was a little bit of copper within our borders, if you will. So we just came down here and sorted that out. And I'm being so lazy. I'm just letting the conveyor belt take me back to the factory. I'm not going to run on the conveyor belt either. I'm not one of these people who runs down the down escalator or up the up escalator. Nah, I'm gentleman walks, but never runs.
These are the people movers at the airport, man. That's what these are.
Man, best thing about airports are the people movers.
Well, the worst thing is when you have someone who's a bit, shall we say, oversized, and they kind of take up the whole people mover. And you know how they have like the plastic side rails so you don't fall off the people mover and injure yourself?
Yeah.
Well, when there's a wide person in the people mover and you can't get past them, and they're too lazy to walk along the people mover, and you're really in a rush to get to your, the airplane. Oh, that's the worst. Anyway, enough fat shaming.
So not tactful.
Enough fat shaming.
That was so bad. So bad.
So we talked about doing robots, right? Rivets, and we researched robots, but we haven't actually done them yet. So what's the first step we need for robots?
Well, as it happens, you have implemented the very first step, which is to make lubricant. Lubricant is super, super easy. You simply put in heavy oil and you get lubricant out. So Shen has set this up and we are already starting to tank some of it. We've not got a very great production. Our oil production is a bit wanting, honestly. But that's something that we can look to improve over time. Now, the requirements for any kind of robot is the robot frame. Making the actual robot itself is generally fairly easy. You just add a new component to a robot frame. I believe it's green circuits or red circuits. Let me just double check that for you, though. Yeah, it's red circuits or green circuits, two of whichever respective one, and one robot frame gives you a robot. Very easy. The robot frames require electric engines, batteries, and steel. Batteries and steel we've got in abundance. The electric engines, though, we've not made, so we need to start making those.
Yep, and that's where the lubricant comes in. So if we check the recipe for electric engine unit, it requires a regular engine, some green circuits, and some lubricant. We have the lubricant. We can make engine units, and we can make electronic circuits, so I think that's going to be the first step.
Indeed. Now, based on the way that we've kind of laid out our base, let's take... I would say if we run some pipe-to-ground pipes just to run the lubricant along this kind of line, following the train track, and then up, we'll make this little area our production facility for the actual engine units.
Well, with the batteries,
that should be
the batteries
fine.
are right there, and the lubricant's right here. That sounds like a good plan.
Now, I believe somewhere in the factory we already have engine production. So I'm just going to go and double check that just to be super lazy and just see how I did it before. Why do all the calculations again? I'll just see the ratios that I used last time. Okay, that's actually super simple. 2 pipes, 1 gear, 3 engine factories. That's not too bad. Now, an engine is produced 1 every 20 seconds. It's not so great. I mean, it would probably be better if we had 5. But we could just double this recipe to have 4 pipes. We'd probably get away with 1 gear anyway, because it only requires 1 gear, and 1 gear factory produces 2 gears at a time, so that would actually be okay. Yeah, we should be able to comfortably set this up.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem.
The nice thing here is that electric engines require 20 seconds to make, and then... the regular engine's 20 seconds to make, the electric engine's 20 seconds to make, and they require 1 electric engine. So if we just make it 1-to-1 electric engine factories for regular engine factories, we should be good.
That was a wonderful sound.
It was a wonderful sound. Unfortunately, I've got to get this down here now, which is kind of a pain in the bum. Right. Dump.
I just picked up some more resources because I ran out of the ability to make red splitters. And that's something that we still haven't automated because we are just the absolute worst. We didn't make any any automated production for red underground or red splitters, which is something we use all the time. Oh man.
We are the worst. It is a proven fact Cannot argue. We are really terror bad.
Okay, so at the front here, you're going to make your pipes and your gears, right?
Yeah, that is in fact correct. We're going to need that one space over, unfortunately. There we go.
Oh, I thought pipes and gears were
steel.
just iron.
Yes, but the engines requires one steel. So if you just have steel and iron running down, just on separate belts, it'll make the factories at the very bottom a little bit easier to...
It's all ready?
I'm going to go see. Did we ever set something up to automate the construction of factories? Now, there's a question.
There's a lot of things that we could and should do, but we haven't done them yet.
You're such a terrible factory foreman.
I know, right?
You're going to have a license taken off us at this rate. I'm just going to hoover up all of this beautiful copper, iron, and steel. That'll do. There we go. I can make a million things now. We are only going to need one gear assembly.
How many pipes?
Probably 3 would do.
Okay.
I'm massively guesstimating the amount here, but we'll go with 3.
That works.
Well, actually, you know what?
No, I don't know what. You know what the spookiest thing about this game is? It's got awesome music, and the music is off right now. So I'm like, what's going on? Why is the music off? Are we getting attacked or something?
Well, what we're going to do, I think the best thing is not to have the iron come down. The steel come down here. Instead, we can have the steel come down a little bit further on and have this factory right.
On the right side of the belt.
Here, yep, and then we'll have all of... No. If you had those factories there, and then we could have the output going onto this belt, because we just need gears and pipes on one belt. We don't need to mess around too much with that.
Can do.
I'll bring this down. Perfect. There we are.
And you're sure that we only need the 1 gears?
Yeah, because gears are produced so fast. You produce 1 gear every 0.5 seconds, basically. And we need 1 gear every 20 seconds for each one of these factories.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
We don't need many at all.
All right.
There we go. We'll be running 6 of them. So, you know, but again, because each one of them takes so long to produce its cargo, it's fine for us. Absolutely fine. Oh, scallywags. We can't quite get it all done. Oh, actually, you did a fairly good job.
We could do an underground to make it work. How inefficient would that be? Do an underground belt on the pipe right here just to put another power line on the belt? Oh, that'd be stupid.
That would be pretty bad. Right,
That's what a waste of resources.
What we do need now is the steel. What I would suggest is if we run this along like that and have the steel come down and be on this side.
Sure, I'll grab it.
There you go.
Looks good.
Now, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to make 6 blue factories. Oh, you've already got them. Well, bloody done. Right, well, in that case, I'm going to need myself...
We'll keep making them because I've only got 3 left.
These. Now, the issue here is these... We only need these to go straight into the factories for electric engines.
Oh, you want to hand them straight over? Ah, gotcha.
Well, we could, or... Because the electric factories only require electronic circuits as a piped to... as a belted resource.
Right. Okay. Well, how about this? Since they require a liquid, and liquids are kind of a bit tedious to put into... Not tedious, but troublesome to put into these factories. How about we run these 6 in a line, just straight engines in a line, and we'll put the pipe, the lubricant pipe, behind them so that it's easy to pipe them in all at once, rather than running the pipe all around the factory.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a pretty good idea. I like
All right,
it.
let me bring the pipe up, and I'll get rid of these factories up here.
Okay. Now we're going to want... The batteries aren't needed yet, so I can push those back a little bit. And we can decide where we're going to place those. I'll put these down. Dump, dump, dump. There we are. Now, typically having these running the way that we've got them, and that is along horizontally here, not the best place in the universe to put these sorts of things.
No.
Because it does prevent us from expanding quite as easily
You know what?
as we might have liked.
We could do them vertically, no problem.
Well, I suppose we could.
I mean, there's no reason not to, because we can just put the batteries right underneath them. Just put it underneath. Who cares?
That certainly is. Yeah, all right. We could definitely do that.
Let's at least see if it'll
I'm just
fit.
trying to work out where I would put it in regards to the gears. But what we could do instead is. Okay, we're going to have to redo our positioning quite a lot with this, and I do apologize for the umming and ahhing, but this will occasionally happen as we're trying to
Occasionally.
work out the best place to put things.
Occasionally.
Occasionally. Maybe sometimes always. There we go. There we are, we'll have the gears being produced there. And pull these down. There we go. And we'll actually go back to what I had originally, and that is that the steel should be coming down alongside the iron. And we can simply have... Do you want to move those over just a tad?
What direction?
Position. Well, basically have some of the factories in line with the gear factories. Because what I'm thinking of doing is having the pipes and gears output behind the factories.
Pipes and gears behind the factories.
Yeah, let me quickly demonstrate what I mean. If we take these 6 away, and we place them something like this, so we've got 6 factories for the regular engines. We'll have the steel line moving down there, an empty line starting there, and we'll have the gears and everything else moving down the back. So these factories will use a long handled inserter to pick up the steel, fast inserter to pick up the pipes and gears from the back, and then we'll put their engines on this one conveyor belt, which will take it down to the row of electric engines, which can then be
I thought you wanted them
lubricant.
directly factory to factory, engine to engine.
It would just take up a lot of room, and it would also cramp on our ability to expand it a little bit.
Okay.
If we felt the need to later on.
Yeah, that works.
Oops. There we go.
Now this happens a lot. Once your factory
Yes.
reaches a certain point, you kind of feel like you should do stuff sort of similarly to the way you've already done stuff in the factory. So it has a kind of a similar look and feel to it. So we're trying to not build ourselves into a corner here, essentially. Like he's saying, we want to have the ability to expand this if we ever wish to. And in this case, we can do it just by pushing the wall a little down or moving a belt somewhere. We can easily expand this.
Yeah. If we've got the output from a factory going onto a belt rather than specifically moving into another factory, then we can just expand the belt, turn it around a corner or something, and just move the next phase of the factories further away. Whereas if we're relying on piping from one factory directly into another, then the whole block of factories has to move, which is a much larger ordeal. Yep, perfect. Alright, we're going to want to move some power across here, which is a bit of a pain, but...
Yeah, I wish there was, like, power poles just one tile bigger.
Well, actually, speaking about that, let's go ahead and make some substations then.
Really? But they take so much
Yeah.
resources.
It's not that we're really hurting for resources at this point. I think we can comfortably use substations.
So is that enough gears? Like, what's the recipe for engines? Because I'm seeing 3 pipes for every 1 gear.
1 gear, 2 pipes.
Oh,
is the
okay.
recipe. We'll have a single connection there. Well, actually, we need it to go across the side, so I guess we will use this one then. There we go. At that stage, we don't need any of these power poles because the 3 substations are connecting everything. There we are. Perfect. Right, so we've got our fairly upscaled engine production. We've still got an area where they're being stockpiled, but this will allow us to create an area where we can just get quite a few engines at once produced. What I was thinking is just balancing them a bit. I guess we don't really need to, I suppose.
Oh, we could.
Next, we're going
I'll
to
do that.
want... We will also need green circuits, but we can do that all the way up here if we want to. Fairly easily, in fact. We can possibly even branch it off the green circuit production that we've got going on over here. Would you rather do that, Shen?
Huh? What? Who? Tacos?
Currently, we've got green circuit production pumping into the inserters that we make specifically for our blue science packs. We could simply extend that line.
Nah, let's localize it.
No?
Localize it. Like if this is just like I was. Oh wow. Let me trip over my tongue a little bit. Just like I was saying about how we want our factory to sort of look the same pretty much everywhere, so we can, you know, at least at a glance see what's going on. Well, everywhere that we're doing green science, not green science, green circuits, we've localized it. So I think we just continue that pattern.
Fair point, yeah.
Because otherwise we would have just put them on the main bus, which is also a very good way to do green science. I keep saying green science, but yeah, it's a good way to do green circuits, is just put them all on the main bus, because you're going to use them in a lot of recipes.
Yeah.
All right, so I will run this built. Oh, no. Okay, so you're going to do them locally. Gotcha.
Yep. If I just get them set up here, it'll be a little bit easy for us. And then we can pipe them down. Simple as.
Oh, goodness. The splitters, they're building slowly.
Yeah. Now, we can do this just from a single one. That should be fine. Ah, drat.
What?
Oh, well, that'll work. I was just lamenting the fact that I couldn't easily get that in the right spot, but it's fine.
Oh,
I'm getting too used to now how good substations are, just moving stuff around for me.
They are amazing.
There we go.
I guess just use a long-handed.
What's that?
Man, oh, that's right. We don't have... This isn't Bob's Mods. We don't have the far inserter.
No. So we'll just get those on the same line, then just balance it and run it down.
Sounds good.
Now, what we can do here to save on space, and I think it would be a good idea, is we can have these lines... I mean, later on we can change it around to make it more expandable. But for the second...
You want to merge them?
Do this. No. We can have them running in different directions.
Oh, and just put the lubricant behind the
Behind the factory, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Can
The
do.
lubricant only needs to connect directly into the factory, so...
Right.
let me just pop these down. 1, 2, 3. I'll pop down a substation or 2, or maybe 12. There we go. That gives us so much power coverage there.
Yeah.
It's mad. Oh, there we are.
They're super nice. The only downside of substation is the amount of resources they take.
Yeah. Right, we need to just bring down the... Where's the steel? Sorry, iron.
Oh wow, do you have any blue factories?
I do not on me at the moment. I was kind of hoping that you still had some on you.
I can build some in my pocket.
Fantastic. I need to go and pick up some more belts, but we are very nearly at the point where we've got automated red engine production now.
So since the engines and the green circuits are running on separate belts, we're going to have a bit of a tough time pulling the electric engines out of these factories because the lubricant is like right up against it.
But they don't need to be, as far as I understand, they only need to be at one specific tile. If you use, let me have a quick look at that. I see what you mean.
Like,
well,
right.
One thing you could do is to make it a little bit easier on us. We do it like this. Let me pick these up. We do it like this instead. And for each factory, just have it come across from a further location.
Yeah. The only downside there is we're using a lot more undergrounds, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's horribly resource inefficient doing it this way.
But at some point, your factory will be like, whatever, just do it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I would say we are with our factory at the moment. Whatever. We can move that one, yep. And that comes all the way down. And you just hook that up.
Good to go.
There we go. I just need to get some more belts because I came back before I'd managed to pick them up. Like a fool.
You fool!
Where is our red belt production?
You've doomed us all!
I know we had red belt production somewhere.
No.
Damn it.
No.
We must have. I refuse to believe that we've managed to get this far without making belts. There we are. It's this tiny little unassuming factory off in the middle of nowhere. I will take half of many of these. There we go. Okay, I am on my way back. And then we will be finished. And once we start getting electric engines, the next episode will be simply setting up the robots, because we've already got roboports being made. The robots are fairly simple to make. There we go.
Oh yeah, they're really nice and easy.
Oops, I got those facing the wrong way. There we go.
Okay, we've got circuits coming down. And I see electric engines being made.
We are not doing this fast enough. I need much more speed. More power. More speed.
More power.
There we go.
All right.
That's better.
Well, electric engines, we got them.
Excellent. So they actually started to ramp up? Perfect. Okay.
And
now then.
biters, we got them.
Yeah. Right, so with the electric engines being made, all we need for the actual robot frames. Now these again take 20 seconds, so if we've got 6 engine factories, we may as well have 6 robot frame factories as well. Shen, for convenience, why don't we reverse the direction of these and have them running down and then up, so it's a bit more of a straight line rather than starting in the middle, if that makes sense.
Sure.
That way we can have the engine factories just running up, the 6 of them, and then they can go into a little area where we're making the robots, and all will be well. I am going to go ahead and make... Ooh, I don't have enough stuff. I will be making 6 engines.
You don't have enough stuff?
Shortly.
Why don't you have enough stuff?
Well, some jerk murdered me a couple of episodes ago.
What a jerk.
I don't know. There we go. I'll have 6 engines, 6 factories done in just a second. There we are. Perfect, and that can come down. We can balance the belt if we really wanted to. I don't think we need 2 factories.
I don't think it's necessary. I mean, it's sort of self-balancing because we have 3 going on one side, 3 going on the other.
There we are. And these all need to be set up to make the flying robot frames. Now, all we need for this is... we want steel, electronic circuits, and batteries. Now, the ratio of these... 1 electric engine to 2 batteries to 1 steel to 3 electronic circuits. And as you can see, we're vastly overproducing the electronic circuits for what we need. So what I would suggest is we have the engines and the electronic circuits on one line. Since they take 20 seconds, usually I'd be a little bit more focused on keeping any kind of product that... since we need 3 times as much engines, the circuits should be on their own belt. But in this case, I think they do just as well to merge onto this belt here.
Done.
There we go. Perfect.
And the other thing is steel and batteries. Okay. I'll bring the batteries over.
Right. Works just as well.
I don't want to know.
Alright, there we go. We'll run this up. Actually, I'll move my factories over a little bit so that we can get the other line just between the two. Should be fine then.
Would you like the batteries to come down there as well, so that we can have them all?
Yeah, if we do exactly
together?
what we did with the electric engines. There we are. And then I'll bring some steel straight down. And we should be good. Why? If...
Oh, you want it to go the other way?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, if we can. That would be ideal.
No, Aavak, it's impossible. We can't do it.
Oh, crap. Basically.
Yeah, your idea, it's illogical. It cannot be done, except it can. Look at
There we
that.
go.
Done.
Perfect. Everything we need to make robot frames.
Oh, now the music comes back on at the end of the video.
There we go. And they are all set up. So we are now producing the robot frames. All we need to do now is set up the actual robot production itself. I'll put a little light down here as well, just to keep the factory nice and illuminated, so we know what we're doing when we're wandering around.
Wow, when you zoom out, those
trouble.
light bulbs actually cover a nice area.
Yeah. Actually, we haven't got any illumination in the blue science area, surprisingly.
Oh, we'll fix that. Thank you.
Sorted. Right, so in the next episode, we will automate the production of both logistics and construction robots. And once we've done that, things are going to get very interesting in this base. There's going to be a period of readjustment as we rejig the factory to make use of logistics robots.
You are going to both love and hate what happens.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. We are probably going to be fairly reserved, quite moderate in our use of logistics robots, but understand you can go all in if you want to, and more or less just never use belts again if you really want to. I think it cuts a little bit too much flavor out of the game, so we won't be doing that, but, you know, just understand that it is possible if you're crazy.
Oh, Aavak, you just offended so many people.
It's alright. I've only really offended Steve Joe. It's fine. Right, we're going to be wrapping up there, though. I hope you've all enjoyed this episode and will be joining us for the next, where robots will be on the cards. But until next time, take care, everyone.
Have a good day.